Hi, I'm Dr. Straile, and this is the second episode in our series about energy medicine, and in particular bioenergetics as they relate to the field of energy medicine. So today's topic is the DNA itself. The first episode was about the cellular structure that nature has developed to sustain life, to form life. It's done in a cellular structure. Each cell, many cells together form an organism. Within each of these cells is, of course, the DNA. So today, let's talk about that DNA. The DNA stands for deoxyribonucleic acid. Okay, it's just a protein type of substance that contains our genetic information, our blueprint. It's the software that operates the body. It functionally operates our bodies. That's what the DNA does. So located in the nucleus of each cell. So our DNA is in our bodies 100 trillion times. So that's a lot of copies of our DNA. So it's made up of 3 billion links in this double helix fashion that you have seen. And one string happens to be from our fathers and one string from our mothers. And it's a binary ladder of functional proteins that store information, very much like a microchip in a computer sort of thing. So functionally that DNA operates as genes. Okay, so certain segments of this 3 billion link of DNA we are discovering more and more are function as genes. So this DNA is God-given, or it's evolved over millennia, whichever metaphor works better. So this DNA is very adaptable, and it responds to subtle energies, which the whole universe is made up. Besides all these incredible forces that we know about, life itself, the basic structure is very subtle. You know, each atom has subtle energies that consist, let's just say, protons, which are positive, and electrons, which are negative. And these energies are very subtle, but enough to attract other atoms to form a molecule of water, for example, 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. And it's all positive and negative, negatively charged. And so is binary IT technology, data. Binary meaning just a 1 or a 0. Basically, which boils down to positive or negative. So this DNA is very vulnerable, okay? It's designed to be adaptable to environmental changes. So it's being damaged every day by these overwhelming forces, like the microwaves from your telephone, from your smartphone, all the incredible radiation and electromagnetic fields and the toxins, and then the onslaught of viruses. All of that is damaging to the DNA. So it's being repaired daily, constantly. Your DNA repairs itself constantly. So life happens at functional life happens at the energetic level, at that subtle energy functional level. It happens as an interaction between the environment and the DNA. So what's the environment? Well, the environment is everything that the body has to deal with. It's the food we ingest and the nutrients that come with it. It has to be digested. It has to be absorbed. It has to be activated. It has to be transported to the cells where life is happening at the cellular level. Toxins, chemicals, they have to be detoxified. Of course, viruses, bacteria, and parasites, and fungi, these are all pathogens that need to be eliminated. Basically, they need to be killed. And then their debris needs to be removed from the body. And then just physical and emotional stress, from temperature, like from cold to hot temperatures, to just emotional stress of all different kinds. So our genes are the functional components of the DNA, and they respond to subtle energies from environmental stimuli by resonance. So genes are like musical strings. They engage by resonance with subtle energies of every little thing around us. Genes respond by turning on and off as needed, by upregulating and downregulating their activities as needed to environmental demands. Now, a fact of life is that we, all of us, have thousands of mutations within the DNA. and the genes within. This creates functional bottlenecks, it creates deficiencies, it creates inflammation, and over and underproduction of certain functional proteins. Functional proteins such as neurotransmitters, digestive enzymes, digestive acids, hormones, immune factors, all those are produced by genes. Different genes are responsible for their manufacture, okay? And it's called transcription. It happens in the nucleus of each cell, definitely at the cellular level, but even inside the nucleus of each cell. And we're going to talk about that in one of the next episodes, specifically the transcription of all these proteins that keep us, that make us tick. Now, I'd like you to not worry now about the complexity of all of this. It may sound a little bit overwhelming, like only a real doctor could deal with this kind of complexity. Well, this is about consciousness. First, once you become conscious about how life really operates and how all this works, then that's the most important step. Okay, the IMAET system, with its unique technology and its unique epigenetic databases, is a really cool and important tool to be able to manage all this information and measure the imbalances within this epigenetic expression, and then also turn around and do harmonizing biofeedback with the results. It can be learned, anybody can learn it, and the results speak for themselves.